going to talk a bit about our adventure so far from level 1 to 50 in Eriador and all the sort of places we've been and a little bit about sort of what we've done. We started our journey in Beorns Hut to the east of Moria, where we're actually on our way now. We leveled from like 1 to 6 there, very start of our adventure, essentially. I actually like that huge accent. I could call him Huge Jacked Man. It's like the one moment that I get of not being super hard. And then we headed over to Bree. Beorn himself sent us over there to aid the people of Eriador. I wonder who's going to... Yep, Huge Jacked Man. Let's go. And we made our way over to the town of Archet, which was under attack when we got there, actually. It was burnt down, in fact. All right. Difficulty 9. So what do we got? We do get a little buff. We get a bit more experience from kills, which is cool. We spent about 2 levels there up until we got to level 8 in Archet. Journeying around, getting our first taste of combat as a Beorning as well, like figuring out the ropes of a Beorning and our skills. It is our first time ever playing Beorning, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into at all. The hard guys as well, like this, like when they're a level or 2 above me, they do so much more damage. If I was to fight like a level 10 guy or something, probably wouldn't hit him like at all. Once we got out of Archet at level 8, we made our way into the Chetwood Forest in Bree. And that was our first sort of like moment getting deep into the woods, fighting brigands and wolves and all those sort of sorts, coming across some signature enemies and more harder sort of fights. So earlier today I was talking about there's like an elite guy in here. He will kill us, 100%. There's no chance. God, I want to fight him so bad. It'd be the funniest clip. Oh! No. Fuck. I can't believe I called it as well. After that, once we were about like level 13, we made our way into the Midgewater Marsh, which was pretty cool. Heading into the marshlands, Aragorn and the 4 hobbits had made their way through, heading towards Weathertop and towards Rivendell. So we were kind of fighting bugs and goblins. That was kind of our first time ever seeing goblins or anything like that as well. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. That was too close. He's kind of hard to kill. Like, yeah, I whacked a lot of shots in on him. And I love that, the combat. Like, normally you'd run up and just like one-shot some of these guys, I feel like, right? After that, we made our way over to the Old Forest in the western parts of Breeland, meeting up with Tom Bombadil to help him with bits and bobs, but also tracking down where the sort of the hobbits had gone and the Nazgul that were following them. Are we going in? Are we actually doing this? Alright, making our way into the forest. Oh, now, hey now, what's all this fussing? My Goldberry's away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting, but ho now, Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Hear then my offer, while old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. Just follow along until ring-a-ding-dillo, you find old man Willow. You watch that old grey willow man, he's a mighty singer, he'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. We went into the old forest and then we made our way into the Barrow Downs. Probably where things started to get a bit more intense as well, with all of the wights and the undead and the crawlers and the barghests, all those strange creatures that we found in the barrows. Things got a bit harder, fighting in the tombs of the Barrow Downs, going into those tombs and getting into some deep combat, having to really clear our way all the way through and and not look back until we made it to the end. Oh, okay, we're all good. I got this new skill, which is a fear. Let's try it out, actually. See if it works on the skeleton. How cool is that? 12-second fear. Rare signature. I'm going to chuck on some of these buffs that I've got. You know what would help? Just a bit of old Toby. We're going to go in there, clear out as many as we can. Oh, level 20! Perfect! Now, okay, I've really got to think about this. And then just go in for it, because I don't know what more to think about. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. It's our first, like, signature down, I think. And at our level, at level 20. From there, in the Barrow Downs, after we aided Tom Bombadil, which we were about, like, level 21 by that point, we made our way into the Lonelands, following behind Aragorn and the four hobbits, into the Forsaken Inn and the areas around Weathertop. We helped Candath at his camp there, with a whole lot of tasks, defeating all sorts of creatures from goblins to orcs to, you know, spiders and all sorts around the Lonelands. Alright, Candath. Radagast the Brown. I have not seen him. There is a cold shadow that has come to these lands of late. I just make the game look really easy as well. We've had some sketchy situations as well, you know, pulling large groups of mobs, like when my heals can't really outrun it. I've got to fear dudes as well and do all sorts of other things. We've called our character Huge Jacked Man, right? Which was a suggestion when we first started the stream to call it Hugh Jackman because of what we kind of looked like. I feel like it's both like the best name and also the worst name, which means it's the best name. Oh, I can't wait to kill a troll for the first time in actual landscape difficulty. Because that was a joke. It's dicey down here in the spider pits. This is probably a good place to finish off, up at Osguruth. We made our way up into Osguruth in the Lonelands too, the middle sort of northeastern parts of the Lonelands. And when we got there, we actually started a little detour. We went over to the North Downs, north of Bree. We went into Threstlebridge and helped the town folk there with some quests, helping them rebuild their town, which has been sort of destroyed and attacked by orcs. We also went into the Fornost Fields, or the Fields of Fornost, just below the city, which was an old Dunedain city, the last fall, actually, into Threstlebridge. This area is pretty cool. It's been kind of under attack by orcs coming from the old sort of ruins of Fornost, which was an old Dunedain civilization. Oh, yes, let's go. The hidden city of the Dunedain, yes. Here we are in Estelden. What is that? A warband? I reckon we can pull this off. Yeah, we'll fear him. Yeah, okay, no, we definitely have this. There's like a warband roaming around that's a warg. I've never seen that before up here. This is a very creepy place. It's like a little fortress outpost for like attacking Fornost or something. It's got Witch King vibes, that's for sure. We did some quests around there. We spent a couple levels there until we were like level 28. Then we came back to the Lonelands, back to Osguruth, and started to aid Radagast the Brown with his mission to clear the undead and all sorts of unsavory creatures from that area, saving critters and animals from harm and from danger. Radagast the Brown. You did well. This moss will help me understand how the evil is tainting the Red Swamp. It's funny how it's like tainting the Red Swamp. I mean, the name Red Swamp kind of sounds like it's already tainted. I don't know what to tell you, Radagast, but I think water being red isn't normally a good sign. Oh, that's done. Oh, that felt pretty close, honestly. Come along now, follow me to safety, little frog. Oh. What did he say? I believe this gate has been sealed by an evil power. Opens the door. Ivar, enough of this. Show yourself. Angmar is lost to you. Seize your prattling tongue. You hold no sway over me. Come on, give him the old secret fire slap. Yeah. Yeah.
I came too late to Bree, and too early to Weathertop, where beyond my aid, the Witch King and his minions attacked Frodo, wounding him with a Morgul blade. Thankfully, Aragorn was there to save him.
We also made our way down into Harloeg, the marshlands of the Lonelands, where there is trolls and all sorts of creatures. We had our first fight with trolls, actually, in fact, down in the sort of southeastern marshes of the Lonelands, which was quite fun to have some troll combat. Get in there. Kill some trolls. Oh, this feels like a huge achievement getting to this point. These guys are big boys. Like, look at them. Look at that big boy. Oh. Nice. That's it. That's our first troll down. All right, we're just going to go straight in on him because he's in a good spot. Ooh, get out of that. Also, get rid of that buff from him. I was not paying attention. Fear, fear, fear. Fear. Ooh, okay. I just got a map of Estelden from him. Whoa, that's awesome. Now, do we want to go... That's the thing, do we want to go weaponsmith? We'll go one weaponsmith. Nice! Yes! Oh, what are the chances of that? That's just what we wanted. Level 30! Level 30 on a hardcore max landscape difficulty character feels pretty good. We spent a bit of time in there in the Lonelands up until we got to level 30, which was a big milestone for us. Once we got to level 30, we were heading to Evendim, which was huge. I was really excited to go to Evendim. We went there, we went to Oatbarton, which is the sort of like a hobbit area of Evendim, just off the borders of the Shire. And we helped them prepare for a feast or like a festival of some kind, doing sort of little quests around there, which was a nice change up from our normal sort of fighting and combat that we were normally doing. Well, so this is it. We're up in Oatbarton. This is like a little town sort of on the south side of Evendim where there's some hobbits. All right, let's go. This is a cool little spot, actually. North Cotton Farm.
Hello.
Are you here to help?
Might I
Yes.
speak to you a moment?
Oh yeah. I love getting good gear. That's why I was really excited about Evendim, because we get some cool like gear sets. God, fighting rats that are super hardcore is pretty funny. Dance on those grapes. That is totally how you crush grapes, doing this. God, honestly, I'm like loving doing these quests. It's just such a nice change, a relaxed change from the Lonelands and just killing everything, annihilating every creature in the whole of the Lonelands. Like, pull some weeds, collect some pipeweed, you know, mud some pigs. That's what I'm talking about. We got to level 30. Our achievement was some relaxing collecting quests, collecting eggs and food and all sorts. But it wasn't long till we had to get back into combat. Back into Evendim and the sands of Evendim, running around there fighting all sorts of bandits and scavengers around the old sort of Dunedain ruins in that area. I'm Beveridge GG, and this is how you take out the rat population from your house. And just like that, there's no rats left. Oh my god. Now we got to be a bit careful in Evendim here because we have some mountains. Oh, look at this. Come on. Now, I want everyone to take a look at this hill right here. There is some quests you could do right sort of up here on the top of this hill. I'm saying this right now. We're not going to slip off that hill. I have fallen off this hill and died a lot of times in Lord of the Rings Online. This time, we are not. Oh, look. Dwarfine. Oh, look. Dwarfine right on the edge of the cliff. This area looking nice. Is this Evendim? Yeah, it is. Yeah, really nice area, Evendim, honestly. Like, it's an old sort of Dunedain area in the game, so there's a whole lot of, like, the old Dunedain sort of ruins. So some really cool vibes with the big sort of statues and the buildings. We then made our way over to King's Crossing, I believe it's called, the King's Crossing in Evendim, and over to Tinnidur and Ost Forod, fighting bandits, tomb raiders. We had some close calls, not too much. We're going to climb up here, but what a beautiful view. That's Tinnidur over there. Over there is Fornost and the North Downs. Up to the north, Forochel. Well, here we are in Tinnidur, which is a really cute little like Dunedain camp. You've got like all the trainers here from back in the day when you had to train all your skills. I do kind of miss the days of going to trainers and training skills. I think they changed all that before the Beorning class was out. We spent quite a lot of time in Evendim, then jumped a bit between the North Downs as well, completing some of our book quests, catching up with things and all sorts. We, had our first meeting with Death himself. Oh my god. I've spoken ill. I don't know what I said, but I said something wrong. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry, Dark Lord. Okay. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, we both just saw the exact same thing. Okay, bye then. There he is. Yeah, this would have been a little bit dicey at the level. So I think we were level 30 when we could do it, so we would have been at his level.
Elrond has healed Frodo of his Morgul wound, and now the time has come to decide the fate of the One Ring. I can see no other path than that which leads to Mount Doom. Who then shall defend Eriador against the shadow of Angmar?
We stayed in Evendim until about level 38. So yeah, we're just doing some questing in Evendim. We're currently following through this quest line, which is following this journal, essentially, which is kind of cool. I love that we have this little, like, corgi running around with us while we're in bear form. Look at him looking up at us like, yes, Papa. Nice. Oh, there you go. That's nice. Bit of Hello? Jesus? What? What's going on today? We've had death coming after us. Now, like, there's a pillar of light coming down from the heavens. Oh! Do it, Death. Jump off. Go on. Wait, no, no, no. You've got so much to live for. No, 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 no. No. He survived it. The poster is written in a messy scrawl, but the words leap off the parchment at you. For the death of huge jacked man. Beorning of no account. Cubeth Spirant offers 2 gold pieces. That is a shit bounty. 2 gold pieces, bro. Like, you really think anyone's going to try to kill me? I'm a hardcore. They're going to die. And then once we got to 38, we had run out of things to do in Evendim. We made our way into the Trollshaws. The Western Trollshaws, a place that I didn't really want to go to be honest. I was quite scared of the Trollshaws. The risky hills and the tight-netted areas there and the trolls, all sorts of scary stuff. But we had to go there. We needed to get 2 more levels before we could move on to Angmar. Oh, now we have this quest, so I think we can do it. There he is. Cargill Searcher. Oh, found them. We went to the Western Trollshaws into Troll Country through mountainous paths and hostile terrain and completed our book quests there as well. Doing some pretty hard fights in troll caves and that sort of thing. Well, these guys are actually elites now. Ooh. Alright, focus time. God, I really don't do much damage to these guys. Alright, I'm going to probably just sprint out of here, I reckon. Didn't like doing that, but you've done as I asked, huge jack man. And for that, I'm grateful. Had some close calls going and finding where the Nazgul were, you know, after the Fords of Bruin, and the Nazgul that were sort of washed away at the Fords of Bruin. Oh my god, we found the Ninth Rider! What? Goodbye! That is the most canon thing ever, right there. So one of those Nazgul survived and escaped, and we were tracking them down trying to figure out where they were, which is where a lot of our quests went from this point onwards in relation to the Nazgul. Oh, look where we are! It's Bilbo's Trolls! It's pretty funny after just being so lost in the Trollshaws and then just finding this. Ah, I request to pass into the halls of Imladris, O Death, Dark Lord. Oh, will you bid me pass? After the Trollshaws, we were level 40. We finally reached level 40, and we made our way to Angmar. Level 40! Nice! We've unlocked the passive heroic. It should say heroic hardcore as well. We got into some pretty interesting combat situations, fighting orcs and Miraval, in particular, a particularly hard Miraval cave. Yeah, so these guys are like little bosses in themselves, but I think we can fight like a couple of them. If we're just careful and we fight them like one-on-one. They're 2 levels higher than us as well, though. We have to be careful of that. Oh, get out of that. Oh my god, I need my wrath. Where's my wrath? Oh, look at that though. That was, that felt pretty good. We did get into some pretty hard fights there. Definitely quite a hardcore danger spike. At that point, we had most of our kit with us, of our skills, our heals. We'd figured out our rotations. Before then, it was a lot more discovering all these new things and piecing them all together. God, we definitely are pretty powerful. It's nice to put it to the test with stuff like that. Let's see if we can take on this guy. Iron Crown Captain. Ooh, he's strong. Let's take on 2 and see how we go with 2. Just the fact that they're level 42 as well, this could be really silly. Ooh, that pulled both of them. Yeah, I'm out of there. We are escaping. Sometimes you just gotta know when to leave. That was very silly going in there. He was just taking chunks out of my health. We also began Bingo Boffin's questline, which we're going to be going back and doing more as well. It occurs to me that I may have made a slight error in judgment. Run around a bit, yeah, go on. Oh, he's a quick one. He's a quick swim to the other side of the river. Oh, okay. We're not going to die from this, right? It's just like the higher level we get, the more and more scared I am of everything. Oh, he's doing it. He's going in. Nice, Bingo, you did it. After that in Angmar, when we got to Aughaire, we had a bit of a jump in quest levels. So we actually made our way back to Rivendell and up into the Misty Mountains, into Gloin's camp to help him with his quest to track down the Nazgul. All right, let's go into the Misty Mountains. I love having interrupts on a hotkey to be able to interrupt the bear roar thing. I don't think I ever interrupt when I normally play. I think playing the hardcore and on max landscapes made me really good at doing those abilities, whereas I never had the instinct to do it. And then when it came to doing raid stuff and dungeon stuff, I would be really bad at it. If we do some raids or dungeons, sort of end game content, once we get to max level, what role will I play? Because honestly, I want to be really protected. So would I be a tank? Or is that too risky? But also, then again, I mean, the tank is kind of the priority to be kept alive. I just need a team of epic players that can heal me. I just realized you should not go into Goblin Town until the mobs are grey. It would be hellish on hardcore. Yeah. Is that a challenge I hear? You think I can't do it? Well. Oh, holy shit. Okay. That was a roving threat. I'm speechless, my heart right now. Oh, be careful around the Misty Mountains, guys. Yeah, it's a world boss. Yeah, so the roving threats are super jacked world bosses designed for max level. 423,000 health. He'd one tap me. That would have just been it. So we went into the high crags and the high passes of the Misty Mountains from level 41 to 43. We did quests for dwarves and elves through harsh landscape, fighting wolves and giants and all sorts. Into the high pass. Ooh, up here. Yeah, we definitely know we can take down signatures. All right. Do that. We'll do that. Jeez, he was a hard one. I was not expecting him to put up such a fight. Oh, that got my heart pumping. We're taking down Skorgrim. He's like sacrificing the spirits. Not looking good, guys. Looking like gonna have a dragon to deal with. Nazgul! They call upon the eye. Nah, man. Just maul the hell out of that Nazgul. Yes! I cannot be slain by your arts. I return to Mordor.
The missing Nazgul
it did.
led to the ancient ruins of Helligor.
It just took ages.
And the gaunt Lord Drogoth attempted to raise a dragon as the most terrible of wights. Though the ritual was successful, the Nazgul was sent back to Mordor, and the dragon wight fled. I fear that Drogoth may yet bring the dragon wight under his control, but that is not compared to the burden I must guide south.
And then once we got to level 43, we made our way back to Angmar to continue our quests in Aughaire to do Cranog's questline and help him with his task. Like the Stone of Ruchach. Alright, we are in landscape difficulty stuff now, I gotta remember. Where did you come from? He was hiding behind that. Like, what the hell? Hope this Beorning can fight. Yeah, well, I'll tell you a bit about that, how I can fight. Fight so good I've never died. We also went back to Angmar to complete a big milestone, which was to do the book quests to allow us to pass into the swamps of Angmar, into Malenhad. Now we also need to collect a heart from a lifeless watching stone. We have to make sure we do not cross over past the stones. There it is. Yes. TP out. Okay, he's just threatening to attack. We did that quest. Bit of a scary situation, that quest. I did not want to do it, but we did it, and we didn't die, which was good. And we could then pass through the swamps. We had many epic fights, epic wins, all sorts. Nice. Level 45. What is this? Unlocks the skill Thick and Hide, which reduces all damage taken from duration. During this time, the Beorning will heal for 1% of his or her morale each time he or she is hit. Let's use it. Oh, cool. It puts like a shield on us. Well, this is the moment of truth. Conqueror of the Watching Stones. You can shrug off the worst effects of the foul Watching Stones' oppressive will. Alright, guys. This is it. Crossing the border. Ooh. Yes, we're still alive. We then, after Angmar, decided to change it up a bit. We made our way to Forochel, to Cooper Kota in Forochel, and we met the Lossoth faction there and started to gain reputation with them, doing some missions for them to allow us access into the larger parts of Forochel. We are in Forochel. We've made it in here. We came through the sort of the pass down at the bottom of Forochel into this tundra wasteland. We're going to do a couple of quests around here. We're doing these missions for these guys, earning their trust to like get through this area, right? We fought many wargs. We had fights with big scary deer and other things like that. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is hardcore. I was on the edge of my seat. That was scary. Yeah, that was. It's done though. We saved a raven. It was all worth it. Sylvan 30 point. Alright, this is a intense battle. Oh my god, Gantaran! Yo! I'm in the middle of an intense fight, but thank you so much for the raid, dude. Okay, alright. Focus. Come on, just die! Oh my god! Ah! Hello everyone, welcome in everyone! Imagine if he dies now. I was so concentrated right then. I heard the sounds and I saw all the messages and I was just like, oh my god, no. I have to focus. We also sung a bit of tunes once we got into Pinty Peldot in the middle of Forochel. Mary had a little lamb, his face was and turning to the rock version. We didn't stay there too long. In Forochel, we were there from about level 45 to level 46. I wanted to get out of there. I don't like Forochel too much, especially as a hardcore. But after that, we made our way over to the Wildwood, one of the new areas in Lord of the Rings Online, through the Trader's Wharf and Threstlebridge. We grinded quests there, we defeated wild beasts and orcs and all sorts and scouted around. We got into some pretty intense questing in the Wildwood for a level or so, until we're about level 47. What side of Wildwood would you start at? I'm not sure. I was just going to run up to Threstlebridge and see. We're getting into some pretty nasty areas though. Like, we've been in Angmar for a while, and then we just went over to Forochel for a little bit, and now we're in the Wildwood. So we've got 2 more levels. In 2 more levels, we're going to head to Eregion. This combat music track's awesome. Let's think about this. And then we're going to go in and we're going to do this. And we fight him first. You know what? We'll do our Vade thing that we just got. We are too powerful. Nothing can stop. Die! I'm not losing here. Oh, shite. Ooh, okay. Good spot to burn bark. You say so. Can we even do that? I mean, he's low level. Alright, let's try. I reckon we can. Let's go! Go. Yeah! Nice! Damn, that feels good. I feel like that was our first elite. I don't know if we've killed an elite before. And then before making our way to Eregion, which was the big goal at level 48, we actually got just towards the end of level 47. And then we headed over to Angmar to quickly scout out a stable over in Angmar. Let's just stick on the road, guys. Don't get off the road. Stay on the road. Invisible spiders? I think I went the wrong way. Somehow we sheerly avoided all that. Now that I know there's invisible spiders around, we then made our way to Eregion, where we are now. We went to Gwingris and Echad Eregion, which we were only there last stream, doing quests around there. Before that, we even were at Rivendell, watching as the Fellowship departed. The fate of all your people is bound to the success of the mission they must undertake. So it's not about us anymore. It's about the Fellowship now. We don't matter. Time has come for the company to depart on their errand of secrecy. You've gone and forgotten to bring a bit of rope with you. I knew there was something you'd forgot. You'll have too much to carry as it is. I've lightened his load as much as I can. Keep an eye upon these lands while we're away, my friend. Our errand is a dangerous one. There will be danger behind us too, and my footsteps will be easier if I know that huge Jackman remains behind to protect against them. Hell yeah, Aragon. That's what we want to hear. Let us go forth boldly, I say, rather than skulking from shadow to shadow and let the enemy quail at our coming. The number of the company has been chosen, and any more would threaten the success of its mission. Damn it! We didn't make the cut, guys. The company is setting out on the quest of Mount Doom. I ask no oath or bond of you, save Frodo alone. You go with him as free companions. Rely instead upon each other and take what counsels you can. Go now, and with the blessings of all free folk, farewell. Goodbye, fellowship. Goodbye. So the company departs. May the stars shine upon their road's end. We then headed into Eregion sort of just after them. And we've been doing some quests in Eregion in relation to the Fellowship and tracking down where they were and their campsites and all that sort of thing. Trying to find any things they left behind that could be potential bits of information for the enemy that we should take from the enemy before it could reveal their quest for Mordor. Here we are, guys. We just made it into Eregion. Out of the Trollshaws and into the lovely lands of Eregion. You know I'm going to love it because it looks kind of like Bree, right? So, Eregion is one of the old elf areas in Middle-earth. And in Eriador, there's not many elf civilizations left in Eriador. There's like the Trollshaws, Rivendell, which is kind of hidden away. And then you have Saladin and the Grey Havens. But Eregion used to be a sort of foothold with elvish strongholds. So Echad, Mirabel, and this area we were just in as well, they're all ruins now. And this is actually where the first elvish forges were, where they forged the rings. All of the rings, except for the one ring that Sauron forged in Mordor. Yeah, we've been pretty careful like how we play, but also at the same time, I do like to push the challenge a little bit, make it interesting, you know, for me and for you guys, you know, I like to have fun, so put our skills to the test. Thag, do we fight him, guys? The level 49 rare signature. No, yeah, I knew I could take him. Got some loot from him, some pants. Nice, I'll be taking those pants. Erin or Hollum was a realm of the Noldor in Eriador during the Second Age, located near the walls of Moria under the shadow of the Misty Mountains. Eregion was located in Eriador, west of the Misty Mountains, near the west gate of the underground dwarven realm of Moria. The northern border of Eregion was a low ridge 45 leagues, 135 miles south of the elven refuge of Rivendell. Got my green dragon mug. Feels very faithful and lore sort of right that we're Beorning, you know, the last of our kind, and if we die it's all over, you know. But what an awesome stream. We made it to like nearly halfway to 49. That next stream we're going to be in Moria. That's awesome. Next stream we're going to level up a bit more. We're going to get to the Gates of Moria. We'll do our little chat about what we've done and then into Moria. And that leads us really to today's stream, doing some quests around Eregion, the quests up into Moria, the expedition quests, helping all the dwarves get in, and discovering the Watcher of the Waters still here, having to go and forge our legendary sword to be able to defeat them. I am going to like try to push to get to the Gates of Moria though, so we've got a bit of an interesting stream today. Save him, okay. We must hurry before they realize I've been freed. I agree. Why are you walking? Hurry. Hurry. If you truly wish to aid the dwarves in reclaiming the halls of their fathers, speak with Tolk on the other side of this archway. We have not heard from Barlin for many years, and we may find the great halls of Khazad-dûm empty or full of danger. Ooh. Yeah, you don't have to play on max, which is 9. This is just because we're a bit insane, and it was kind of started as a bit of a meme, you know, like, oh, let's do max difficulty hardcore, see how far we can get. Now we're level 50. We haven't died yet. So once you complete this, the expeditions will move on into Moria, and any expedition quests remain in your quest log will be cancelled. Tell dwarves to stop. Stop throwing stones in the water. Stop it, Rock-here. I didn't mean any harm. Sebby, you too. Tell you the truth, this pool makes me nervous too. I'll leave it alone. Borry. Come on, Borry. No, you should know better, Borry. I'm just bored of all this waiting around. Fair enough, but also, you should know better. Water looks so still. Something's in the water. I guess it was nothing. Yeah. Meh. Rejoice, dwarves of my company, Khazad-dûm awaits. For Khazad-dûm. They got Broin. We must get back to the outpost. Help! To get help! Run! Get away from the tentacles! We need a new weapon, guys, it seems like. Here we go! Legendary weapons! Legendary items can be enhanced in a number of ways as you adventure in Middle-earth. Their base stats can increase along with yours as well. They can be slotted with a wide assortment of traceries. These traceries can be further enhanced by runes. Did that weapon of the elder days prove worthwhile, or was it just a fruitless chase? Rathwold's eyes widen in surprise. This weapon has become even more powerful in your hands, Hugh Jackman. Surely now we'll have the strength to stand against the horror in that foetid pool. Talk to Rathwold and travel to face the Watcher. Show yourself, monster! Show yourself! Swipe, 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 swipe. The creature withdraws! We have done it. We have driven the Watcher from the doors of Durin, and now the dwarves of our expedition may pass into the mines of Moria.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of Durin and entered the dark of Moria. But they were not the first to brave the mines, nor will they be the last.
Uh-oh. A Barrow of Morgoth. And that leads us here, guys. That leads us here at the hidden door into Moria. We leave behind the conquered Eriador with our dangers faced and deaths survived, making our way into the depths of Khazad-dûm. Now let's make the final step and enter the hidden doors of Moria, am I right? I believe there's a word, though, that's required to enter. What is the Elvish word for friend? Melon. Durin's threshold. We've made it, guys. Into Moria and into Durin's threshold. Level 1 to 50 behind us, and more levels ahead of us. Some good music. Some good music.